Hey, are you a nonprofit leader? Well, if you are, I want to introduce myself. My name is Aaron Hayes. I've spent the last 22 years working in the world of nonprofits, working as an entrepreneur and educator, and helping leaders just like you. One of the things that I've been really passionate about, as a matter of fact, I feel like I'm just a man on a mission right now, is to help leaders like you deal with this issue of burnout. Burnout is happening at such a high rate right now for nonprofit leaders. It's actually a little bit scary. In a recent Harvard Business Review study, it actually showed that in passion-driven fields such as doctors and nurses and educators and nonprofit leaders, burnout is happening at a much higher rate. For men, it's about 40% higher than the national average, and for women, it's about 130% higher. And so this is a real crisis. And the biggest crisis of all of this is that, especially if you're working in a nonprofit, is that when you burn out, most of the time, leaders like you don't come back. That's a travesty because your community needs you. They need you to show up at your best. And if you burn out and stop the good work that you're doing, it will impact the people that you're called to serve. So I want to help you. I've been building this program called Reignite for the last 3 years. I've been helping teachers, educators, business leaders all across the United States to learn how to really understand where they are at in relationship to burnout, to give them powerful tools so that they can triangulate and discover exactly where they're at so that they can either get out of it if they're in it, avoid it if they're next to it, and if they're just getting started, completely avoid it altogether. These are tools that have been used. They are effective. These are tools that will help you and your organization gain a common language so that you can also build a self-care plan so that you can help your organization prevent burnout. Now, I know a lot of you are talking about burnout because those statistics I shared earlier, they're happening all across the United States. And most people are just suffering in silence. And I just want you to know you don't have to go on that journey alone. My hopes are that with my friends and maybe some of the people that you're talking to today, that we could plan a Reignite workshop in your community that would empower you guys to gain tools, insight, and wisdom that you need so that you can overcome burnout and get back to your passion and building your nonprofit for your community. I also want to offer this up is that most people do events or workshops or conferences and they feel good for a week or two and then it falls apart. But our strategy and plan is that we come into a city like yours and we lead a workshop. And then what we do is we follow that up with coaching, 6 to 8 weeks of coaching afterwards for the people who come to this event as an option. And what that does is it helps take all of the ideas that you've gained, all of the strategies that you've learned, and it helps you put it to good use so that you can actually implement it and have it make the impact it needs to make in your life. So if this is interesting to you, I just want to invite you to reach out to me. My name is Aaron Hayes, and you can email me at aaron@aaronhayesconsulting.com. I'd love to talk with you more about how we could bring a Reignite workshop to your community. Thanks.